it's very interesting. The largest U.S. corporations, there's only a couple with over 100,000 employees, and these are some of the most massive corporations, not only in the U.S., but in the whole world. You currently command over 1,100 airmen and 110,000 airmen and 1,100 aircraft scattered across the globe. Can you provide us some understanding of the mission you lead and the impact that that mission does?
Yeah, across the joint force, when you add up all the services, they need to move to win, right? They need to get their forces around the world to do the mission that they do. I am the air component of moving those forces, every service around the world. So U.S. Transportation Command is a 4-star that is also headquartered at Scott Air Force Base in Illinois, which is where my headquarters, Air Mobility Command headquarters is. So Steve Lyons, General Lyons, an Army 4-star, he and I live next to each other. He's responsible for the movement of, actually he owns Military Sea Lift Command. He operates Military Sea Lift Command. He operates a Surface Distribution Command, which is the roads and the rail. In the Military Sea Lift Command part, he operates, I think, a couple hundred ships and boats. Actually, I think it's 500 at this point. And then I'm his air piece. So he's got the rail, he's got the land, he's got the sea, and I'm his air. So 1,100 airplanes taking off one airplane taking off or landing every 3 minutes around the world, every day, 24/7. So we move the joint force wherever, the Army, the Navy, the Marines, wherever they need to go, we move them. If they need to be refueled in the air, we refuel them in the air. A bomber and a fighter do not go anywhere without a tanker, without an air refueling tanker asset that goes with them, because they don't have the legs to get somewhere. We call it legs. They don't have the endurance to get somewhere. So we give them the gas in the air. We also run the aeromedical evacuation system for the globe. So as airmen and soldiers and Marines get injured, either due to combat injuries or just accidents or whatever the situation may be, we will airlift them out of their location and get them all the way back to the States to care and back to the loving arms of their family. And we also run the Global Air Mobility Support System. So as you can imagine, operating 1,100 airplanes around the world, they just don't go into Heathrow. They just don't go into civilian fields. They go into military fields. And there has to be an air mobility expert support system there to move them and to unload the airplane and to fix the airplane if it needs to. So we are located in 182 locations around the world.
How many countries is that?
24 different countries. And we support those aircraft as they come in. So if they're broken, we fix them. And we will refuel them and we'll unload them and unload them. So we have, and if you look at a map, we've got a couple places in Australia. We are literally everywhere. There'll be a small dot. It may be a person, one person, or it may be a group, it may be a wing. It may be a large contingent of fuels and maintenance and a whole lot of support that goes into keeping that entire support structure moving.
Do you play, like, for instance, the recent taking out of Baghdadi? Do you play any support role in fueling or anything in the air for?
Yeah, we will. That operation is still secret, but we are part of that, right? When airlift needs to happen or people need to be moved around, we are the lift and shift force of that.